Welcome to the channel, boys and girls. Welcome to the Reading Street, Read Aloud with Mr. Carter. Please click that like and subscribe button below. On this channel, I'll be reading great books by great authors and great illustrators to you every week. Disclaimer, I do not own the rights or content to any of these books read on this channel. It's time to have some fun. Let's get started. Welcome back to Reading Street, boys and girls. And today we have another great book for you by another great author. And I can't wait to read it to you. It's another book by Yolanda King. And today's book is entitled Curlilocks and the Big Bad Hairbrush by Yolanda King. Pictures by Fannie Leah. Once there was a little girl with super curly hair named Curlilocks. She lived with her family in a tiny town next to the tallest forest. Now, Curlilocks had a large family. There were lots of aunties, uncles, and cousins. Friday was Auntie Day. That morning, Daddy baked a pie for each of Curlilocks' three aunties. Auntie Lizzie adored sweet potato pie, Auntie Birdie loved blackberry pie, and Auntie Adele fancied savory chicken pot pie. Curlilocks, here are the pies for your aunties. Savory or sweet, the aunties love their treats. Make sure to bring each auntie the whole pie, said Daddy. Curlilocks plopped the pies into a red wagon and packed her bag with her favorite dream jar, a butterfly net, and her hairbrush. She and the little red wagon bounced along the path to Auntie Lizzie's. Curlilocks saw bright orange daisies growing around an old tree stump. Those orange daisies would be lovely next to the sweet potato pie. She picked the flowers and dropped them into the wagon. As she got closer to Auntie Lizzie's pink house, she took a quick peek at the flowers and the sweet potato pie. Curlilocks was anxious to try just a tiny piece. Surely, a small morsel from the center would not be missed. Curlilocks reached for the pie. Suddenly she heard, "Savory or sweet? The aunties love their treats. But if you eat that pie, the aunties will ask you why." Curlilocks looked around and saw her hairbrush. She answered, "Oh, please hush, you big bad hairbrush." She quickly gobbled a tiny piece of the pie and then knocked on Auntie Lizzie's door. "Here's your sweet potato pie, Aunt Lizzie," said Curlilocks. "Daddy made the whole pie just for you." "Thank you," said Auntie Lizzie. She gave Curlilocks a hug and lifted the pie cover. "Did someone gobble my pie?" asked Aunt Lizzie. Curlilocks squeezed one eye shut, took a tiny breath, and whispered, "No." Auntie Lizzie stared at Curlilocks' hair and pondered her gobbled pie. She sent Curlilocks on to Auntie Birdie's house. As she made her way to Auntie Birdie's house, Curlilocks found a curious rock. It looked like a tiny full moon. It was round and it had brown dimples. She gently tucked the rock into her dream jar. The flat bottom and dimpled top of the moon rock reminded Curlilocks of Auntie Birdie's blackberry pie. As she got closer to Auntie Birdie's blue house, she stopped to smell the blackberry pie. She thought about the sweet and tart blackberries. A small smidge would not be missed. Curlilocks reached for the pie when suddenly she heard, "Savory or sweet? The aunties love their treats. But if you eat that pie, the aunties will ask you why." Curlilocks looked around, saw the hairbrush, and sighed. She answered, "Oh, please, hush, you big bad hairbrush." She nibbled a tiny piece of the pie and then knocked on Auntie Birdie's door. "Here's your blackberry pie, Auntie Birdie," said Curlilocks. Daddy made it, the whole pie, just for you. Thank you, Curlilocks, said Auntie Birdie. She gave Curlilocks a hug and lifted the pie cover. Did someone nibble my pie? Asked Auntie Birdie. Curlilocks squeezed one eye shut, took a tiny breath, and whispered, "No." Just as she said no, her curly hair grew way, way bigger. Auntie Birdie stared at Curlilocks' hair and pondered the nibble pie. She sent Curlilocks to Auntie Adele's house. As she walked to Auntie Adele's yellow house, Curlilocks heard a buzzing noise. She looked up and found one sparkling, pale blue dragonfly. He was flying up and down and side to side. Curlilocks caught the dragonfly with her butterfly net. She let him out of the net, and he glided to the top of the pie cover. When Curlilocks shooed the dragonfly away, she could smell the pie spices. Curlilocks peeked at Auntie Adele's pie. One little taste of crust would be yummy. She reached for the pie when suddenly she heard, "Savory or sweet, the aunties love their treats, but if you eat that pie, the aunties will ask you why." Curlilocks looked around and saw the hairbrush again. She answered, "Oh, please, hush, you big bad hairbrush." She plucked a tiny piece from the side and then knocked on Auntie Adele's door. "Here's your chicken pot pie, Auntie Adele," said Curlilocks. "Daddy made the whole pie just for you." "Thank you, Curlilocks," said Auntie Adele. She gave Curlilocks a hug and lifted the pie cover. Auntie Adele peeked at the pie and then at Curlilocks. "Did someone pluck a piece of my pie?" asked Auntie Adele. Curlilocks squeezed one eye shut, took a tiny breath, and whispered, "No." Just as she said no, her curly hair grew way, way, way bigger. Auntie Adele stared and said, "Curlilocks, telling me the truth will not get you into trouble when you want to share. It's good to ask." "Okay," Curlilocks said, relieved. "Auntie Adele, I gobbled a piece of Auntie Lizzie's sweet potato pie, nibbled a bit of Auntie Birdie's blackberry pie, and plucked a piece of your chicken pot pie." Suddenly, her way, way, way bigger hair shrunk neatly back into place. Auntie Adele gave Curlilocks a hug and called the other aunties over for dinner. They set out a picnic and watched the dragonflies dash around while they ate the sweet potato pie, blackberry pie, and savory chicken pot pie. The end. Now that was another great story by another great author. And if you would like to support this great author, Yolanda King, so please click on the link below in the description box and you can find out all this author has to offer. All the great books, all the great material, all the great work she's doing. Please support her, Miss Yolanda King. And here is the Big Bad Hairbrush word list. Some of the words you may not have known the meaning to. Savory, spicy or salty without being sweet. Morsel, a bite. Mouthful, a small piece of food. Curious, strange, unusual, or unexpected. Tart, a sharp or sour taste. Ponder, think about something carefully. And thanks for listening, and I can't wait to read to you again soon. Bye-bye.